Arman in the group 1, group 2?
Group 1.
Group 1. So let Arman join. Today is 23rd September. Okay. Yes, Arman, are you there? Arman?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So except Sajid, everybody is present. I'd like to group 1 to take over.
Yes, ma'am.
Screen.
Ma'am, can we begin?
Yes, sure.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So a warm good afternoon to everyone present here today. We, Group 1 of the English Book Project, are eager to place forth our presentation for the book report for the academic year 2020 to 21, which we have specifically researched and designed according to the improvised curriculum of CBSE. My name is Thirsha, and I'll be taking you through a brief introduction of our book report. To begin with, we would like to thank our teacher, Ms. Jaya, for always guiding us and bringing out the best in us. Without her, this project would be impossible. Thank you, ma'am. The entire book report has been made in order to benefit readers and students while studying or revising for the board exam. It has been arranged in a systematic order where each reader can simply note the page number and flip through specific pages in order to get a strong understanding of the chapter or topic. This is very convenient as the entire syllabus is covered and combined in one single book report, which is easily accessible to everyone through their computers. Since this book project has been done in a PDF file, the soft copy saves individuals from carrying heavy textbooks and also gives them the utility of storage, as it can be simply stored in the desktop and opened as and when required. The entire book report has been divided into three major sections. Section A, which is reading, Section B, which is writing, and Section C, which is literature. Each section covers in detail the analysis of each chapter and topic in order to provide readers with a brief summary. Further, we have also designed a poster for this particular book report. Next, we also have an advertisement which has been designed in order to advertise this particular book report. Further, I'd like to hand over to the proceedings to Neville and Nafeel in order to talk more about our book report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trisha. So I would be speaking on the objectives of the project. The core objective of the project is to equip the users with the skill to observe and understand, and to also ensure deeper understanding of the syllabus, and the user should find it useful and could gain additional information from this. The project is aimed at helping you probe deeper into the application part of the subject and to maximize the scoring to the best of the students' abilities, to provide opportunities for the learners to explore the subject in detail and to gain a proper understanding on the topics provided, to develop a greater confidence and proficiency in the use of language skills, and to also provide opportunities to acquire analytical skills. Now I would like to hand it over to Nafeel. Thank you.
Thank you, Neville. Good evening, everyone. I'll be speaking about the other objectives of this presentation. So the general objectives of this project are to listen and comprehend in oral presentations on a variety of topics, to develop greater confidence and proficiency in the use of language skills necessary for social and academic purposes, to identify the central point and the supporting details to build communicative competency, and to promote advanced language skills with the aim to develop skills of reasoning and drawing interferences. Thank you. Over to Srinivas.
Good evening. I'll be talking about the revised syllabus that has been implemented by CBSE this year. Previously, the mark distribution for the reading, writing, and literature section was 20 marks, 30 marks, and 30 marks. This year, there has been a slight change in this, being The reading, writing, and literature section has been 20 marks, 16 marks, and 44 marks respectively. In the reading section, there will be 2 unseen passages, which consists of 10 marks each with all multiple choice questions. In the writing section, there will be 4 questions in total. The first and second being a short writing, which is of 3 marks, and the third, which is the letter, which is of 5 marks. And the fourth question will be writing composition, which is of 5 marks. Lastly, in literature, we have 3 questions from multiple choice, which is in a total of 14 marks. After that, we have 2 short answer type questions, which is of 6 marks each, and we have 2 long answer type questions, one from Flamingo and one from Mistaf, which is a total of 10 marks. I'm handing it over to Fatima.
I'm going to talk about the reading section of this project. Reading helps in cultivating communication, critical and creative thinking, and problem-solving skills among the students. For this, CBSE has included reading section which covers 20 marks of the paper, and it is also an easy scoring section. To make a clear understanding and easy reference of this section, we have a note making, which shows how the questions are going to be asked, type of passages, main idea, strategy, and also points to remember for scoring well. We have also included examples of 3 types of passages, giving students a chance to practice and for further understanding of this section. Next, I'm going to talk about the writing section, which covers the 16 marks. Even for writing section, we have included a note making, which briefs us on the format, marking scheme, etc. We have also have examples covering all the topics of writing section, such as notice writing, report writing, commercial and classified advertisement, article and editorial, job application, and also invitation. Over to Pranati.
Coming to the literature section, for every chapter, we have included the note making, which includes the main and important points of the lesson. Note making helps us in understanding the lesson, keeping in mind the important points. It makes it easier to go through the lesson in a glance without missing any important point just before the exam. We have also included a brief description about the 5 elements of a story: setting, theme, character, plot, and style. Next, we have also included the important parts for each chapter, like the title justification for rat trap. For each chapter, we have written down the NCERT questions, and important board questions appeared in the previous exams. Similarly, for the poems, there's note making, including the important points and meaning for important lines. In addition, we have also included the poetic devices, which is one of the important questions for the exams. In the end, we have also included sample papers to help the students practice better just before the exams. Over to Atman.
Good evening. I'm going to be speaking on the learning outcomes of this project. We are able to employ communicative skills with a range of styles and engage in a discussion in an analytical and creative matter. We are able to use language creatively and imaginatively during the performance of such group activities. We have also gained a proper understanding of the chapters and have gained additional information on these chapters. It has also cleared any remaining doubts that we might have had in any of these chapters. It has also served as a revision of the chapters for us. Thank you. Over to Shri.
Thank you, Arman. Good evening, one and all. I'll be speaking on the other outcomes of studying this project. I want to emphasize on how helpful this project really is. This project is really helpful in developing a discipline in studies. Looking at it from a different angle, we can see how our different subjects of accounts, economics, business, and maths reflect into this project. For instance, the business aspect of this project is launching a whole new product, which is this project itself, into the education market and marketing it. The economic aspect of this project is reflected in the topics of our chapters as well as writing. We can see it practically over here. The mathematical aspect is reflected in the structured division of work as well as of the syllabus. And the accountancy aspect is as we are reflecting our current syllabus followed by CBSE, like in partnership where we base our accounts and our actions and our acts published by the government. The English aspect is seen in all of us developing a deeper and better understanding of the subject and what we are all capable of creating. To summarize, this project really provides the reader a better overall understanding on education as a whole. Thank you. Now on to Maria to conclude and speak on the preparation of this project.
Thank you, Shrey. Almost nearing the end, I would like to talk about the various experiences we came across in the process of doing this project. During the time of COVID-19 and the time when we are all adapting to the new normal of school through blended and online classes, doing such programs on time has definitely been a task but also a blessing. This book has without a doubt helped us all to sharpen our skill set as well to broaden our understanding. As a team of 9 students, the project work was enjoyable and advantageous. There were certain minor setbacks, but through careful planning and timely decisions, we overcame this factor. The project has helped all of us to grow stronger together as a team. The project preparation was certainly eventful and dynamic. We all played an important role and have worked hard in completing this project. The leadership element was not carried by one person alone. The decisions were well thought and the division of work was done in an equal and fair manner. The project was completed smoothly with almost no disturbances at all. Everybody here has heard the features that a book has to offer, and I hope that with the help of this book, all of you achieve what I've been aiming for. This book contains the best understanding and explanation that each of our team members beholds. Last but not the least, I would like to conclude by saying that success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, studying, learning, and most of all, love for what you're doing or learning to do. On behalf of Team A, I would like to wish all of you all the best for your future endeavors and exams. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well done. A round of applause. Very good done.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. You all continue. My charge is less, so I've kept the video, my camera off.
Okay. Ma'am, we have 3 groups in this class. One group just finished. We have a limitation of time, like 10 minutes. So we have done the first group. So if you have any choice, second and third group, which group you want to listen first? They are all ready.
Anyone. Anyone.
Okay. So group 2 only go in that case in sequence?
Yes. Let them go in sequence.
Yes, group 2, your turn. Your time starts now.
A very good afternoon to all of you present here. Today, me and my groupmates will be unveiling our See the Guidebook while sharing our personal experience with you all. Zeba, everything all right? You seem gloomy.
I got my English paper today.
Oh, that's nice. What happened?
I was not able to study properly because all my notes are scattered and the pattern of the question paper has changed completely.
Let me ask the others as well if they're facing a similar problem. Mariam and Ritika, are you guys facing the same problem as Zeba?
Yes, I'm facing the same difficulty.
Wish I had a guidebook which I can rely upon.
Well then, I have exactly the best solution for it.
What is it?
See the Guidebook, which has been exclusively customized as per the new question paper pattern given by CBSE, covering all 3 sections, reading, writing, and literature, with specific and analytical type of questions along with solutions. Every chapter has been supplemented with a detailed note giving a complete insight into the chapter within a bird's eye view. Over to Vritika to state the objectives of our project.
Good afternoon. My name is Vritika from Group 2, and I'm going to state the objectives of our guidebook. Our guidebook's name is C. C Guidebook has been introduced to shape the identity and individuality of students amidst a litany of stages. This book is designed to promote a better understanding of both the textbooks, Flamingo and Vistas, and for the integrated development of communication, comprehension, and analytical skills of students. C Guide is a complete exam preparation textbook for senior secondary classes. Structured in accordance with the latest updated CBSE syllabus and examination pattern, it guarantees success. It contains all the questions set in the previous examinations with the solutions provided. Sample board papers have been prepared with a thorough research of expected questions, key areas, and pattern. Thought-provoking passages and grammatical exercises will stimulate their reading skills and structure of the English language. C Guidebook has been written in a concise language, sufficient exercises that will hone students' language skills. Textbook chapters are explained in detail and are supported with character sketches, elements of the story, note-making for a better understanding, theme, summary, and question and answers with reference to context. It will help in developing Class 12 students' literary skills and appreciation for the text. Another special feature of this book is that questions based on higher order thinking skills, HOTS, are prepared chapter-wise to acquaint students with their form and answer methodology. Every effort has been made to make this book interesting, indispensable, and functional for students who wish to pass with flying colors. Over to Ashlyn. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be listing out the learning outcomes of this project. 1. To identify and recognize the author and their style of writing. 2. To be able to carefully analyze the lesson by breaking it down into the 5 elements, namely setting, characters, theme, style, and plot or storyline. 3. To understand the lesson with the help of a simple summary. 4. To analyze the lesson with the help of character sketches and be able to contrast the various characters. 5. To construct question and answers from the lesson for a deep understanding of the important points. Over to Nandini.
Hi, I'm Nandini from Group 2, and I'm going to be speaking on behalf of our group on how much fun we had. So the book project was a new experience for all of us, and it helped us reconnect with our friends through asking doubts and through discussing materials and finalizing the content. The book project also helped us gain a better understanding on all our concepts, which would undoubtedly help us all in the long run. The practice sessions we arranged for our presentation was the most entertaining out of the rest. The book project was a new learning experience for all of us, and we sure had fun making it happen. Over to Arham.
Okay, so me and Arham will be talking about the coordination that we went through. So one can create value with breakthrough innovation and incremental refinement, but above all, coordination with complexities when it comes to managing things virtually. So we used all our virtually available resources to the fullest, and we created a WhatsApp group to communicate and share our ideas. Over to Arham.
Thank you, Almas. We started off making a note of things to be covered, like note making, questions and answers, character sketches, etc. of all chapters, and assigned the works to every member of a group. One person was made in charge to compile all data. After collecting from everyone put in their ideas together and came up with the name and tagline of the book. Now over to Shweta.
Good afternoon. I'm going to be talking about the overall experience. Working in groups can make work a lot easier, leading to an involving and satisfying experience for students. By engaging ourselves into the group, we increased our involvement in the project, put in more effort, gained greater satisfaction, and became more oriented in completing the task. However, it can be challenging sometimes and requires a set of skills. One of the main challenges we faced because of working online as a group was not being able to reach the members on time. The waiting time increased and tasks were not completed on time by a few people, but that is what the team is for. Feza definitely did a good job following up every now and then and assigning everyone their tasks and giving deadlines. The whole team worked as one and helped each other with their tasks. Working on the guide has helped us improve our analyzing, arranging, and organizing skills. Putting together all the raw data provided by the teammates in the best way possible was a bit challenging, but everyone in the team helped by doing their part. Overall, it was a great experience, and it proved that working as a group definitely made us grow. Thank you. Over to Feza.
Just to place 75% of Earth's surface is covered with water brought in by seas and oceans. Similarly, 75% of your board preparation will be covered by RC, the guidebook.
That's C, the guidebook, my friends. The C of knowledge. I've grabbed mine. What are you waiting for?
Now I would like to take this opportunity to make a note on how this project helped us grow as learners. As we all know, success is the uncommon application of common knowledge. And this project provided us a medium to facilitate integration of our theoretical knowledge from subjects like marketing management from business studies and poster making from art and English, along with planning, coordination, and organization, ultimately making this project not just effective and efficient, but also unique.
It gave us an opportunity to implement reflection, critical thinking, creativity, initiation, self-direction, and other 21st century skills. All this is done to make students 21st century ready citizens by empowering them with the competencies to understand, analyze, evaluate, interpret, and innovate various real-life situations that they require to face in the world outside the classrooms or an environment beyond their schools and homes. We would like to appreciate the draft National Policy of Education 2019, inter alia, for stating that art integration is a cross-curricular pedagogical approach that utilizes various aspects and forms of art and culture as the basis for experiencing the learning of concepts across subjects. Over to Ashlyn.
We would like to appreciate the draft National Policy of Education 2019 inter alia for stating that art integration is a cross-curricular pedagogical approach that utilizes various aspects and forms art and culture as the basis for experiencing and learning of concepts across subjects. As a pedagogical initiative, CBSE took the step to introduce the art integrated learning in all its affiliated schools, ultimately giving us a medium to integrate and apply our theoretical knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A wonderful job, Group 2. Very good job done. A round of applause for you all. I'd like to invite Group 3. You can share your screen too.
Ma'am, may we start?
Yes, please.
Okay. A very good afternoon to Soma ma'am, Jaya ma'am, and to all my classmates here. As business studies students, we all know that the first thing to do when starting a new project is to identify a problem that you want to solve through it. So through this project, we wanted to solve 3 problems. The first problem is, we students often do not organize our English notes properly. Problem 2, we then find ourselves without our notes right before exams. Problem 3 is that we refer to third-party sites that may contain many errors and that do not coincide with class discussions. So with our project, these problems are solved. Group 3 has come up with a compilation of notes about every English lesson taught, all at a click of a mouse away. Today, we will be discussing about the features of this project, a process of making it, and what we learned through this project. Before the slide, you saw an advertisement about a project that was made according to guidelines we learned in class. With that, I would like to hand over the proceedings to Kashish.
This reference guide for Class 12 English course has been developed by Group 3 of Class 12I. A 5 complete set book, note-making, question and answers, writing examples, previous year questions, and analytical questions, all clubbed into one. This guidebook is inclusive of all NCERT questions, hot questions, and multiple choice questions, along with the solutions. Comprehensible note-making on each chapter, inclusive of all 5 elements and poetic devices, detailed cited examples of writing portions, accurate answers as per CBSE guidelines, a book to enjoy, rely, and relax. This is the index of our guidebook. It contains the links to old exam paper links and marking scheme links, which will be very helpful for board exams. It gives a quick view of the writing topics, literature section of prose and poems from Flamingo and Vistas. These are some examples from our guidebook of the writing section and detailed note making, which gives us a quick glance of the lesson. Over to Shaurya.
Thank you, Kashish. We all have been there when we are fully motivated to sit and study. We open our book and there it is. the dull and ugly text written on poorly organized pages, and same bland font everywhere. Well, that won't be a case with our book, with each page gorgeously formatted and notes arranged in such systematic order. Our readers will have no problem navigating the content of our book. We have also thoroughly examined and formatted our content to ensure our readers have the best experience. Finding the page you want will be a thing of the past, as we have baked hyperlinking into the book. So now you just have to go to the index, click on your desired topic, and let the book do its magic by taking you directly to the topic you want to study. Over here, we find some examples from our book. We see on the left hand side, we have the cover page of our book, which is very attractive. And in the middle, you get to see the footers of our book, which contains page numbers for ease of use. On the right hand side, you can see one of the examples of a job application in our book. And you can also see that we have included note making as such. You can also appreciate the selection of fonts and the font size that we have put into this project. Over to Stacy.
Thank you, Shaurya. With exams approaching, students get stressed about what is important to learn, best techniques to get marks, and efficient methods of study. The English exams in particular pose various problems and fears among students, such as time management, lack of value points, etc. This booklet, being helpful towards an exam-oriented approach, provides us a solution to these problems. The booklet consists of all the required details for the CBSE examinations. It gives the students an idea about the marking scheme as well as value points provided to reduce the probability of losing marks. It contains note making of each chapter, which makes it convenient to revise before any test at the last minute. Answers to all NCERT questions are provided with key points important for CBSE markings. Short and brief points on all writing sections are provided, clearly stating all the details of the topic. And finally, links of previous year's papers are available, which reduces time wastage in self-research. As you can see, we have also provided links to the new syllabus of 2020-21, as well as the deleted portion, making studying for exams as easy as possible. Over to Shreya.
Thank you, Stacy. Now we move on to the things we learned. And in the things we learned, the first topic we will be looking at is new tools. We specifically used three websites: Google Docs, Canva, and WhatsApp. During the process of creating our project, we used several different and new tools to help us finish work effectively and harmoniously. One major tool that helped us finish our work was Google Docs. It's very similar to Word in design and functions, but it's also very unique in its ability to allow multiple users to access and work on the document at the same time. The next tool that we used was Canva, which allows users to design visuals with fonts and graphics of all kinds. This was also used to make the advertisement and poster in the beginning of the PowerPoint presentation, and also the presentation itself. Now, the last tool was WhatsApp. WhatsApp can't be ignored, since it was the main channel of communication between all the group members. We asked for opinions and gave advice on that specific area. The top screenshot is how it looked for us before we entered Google Docs. The ones below it are Canva. Over to you, Mariam.
Thank you, Shreya. Are you facing problem in Google to search the correct answer which doesn't satisfy your requirement? Don't worry, we bring you the guide which will tell you how to manage everything easily. Our team, through our teamwork, we have presented a perfect book for you. So our teamwork stands above par. First, the amalgam of leaders' ideas and perfect interpretation of team members has made compilation of scrutinized overview of all the chapters. Second, our collaborated work has set undemarcated expression from all the spheres of the language English.
In the next slide, you will see the conversation taking place between the team members. So in this, we have seen the active and free expression of all the members. Third, the last but not the least is the mutual understanding, which makes our book authentic. This mutual understanding has facilitated that the leaders never compelled us to burn overdue work and always guided us, especially the editors who mold our fanciful expressions and provided us guidelines to work with. Apparently, the efforts have been drilled into the book to make the readers bolster in their confidence and achieve higher marks. Over to Priyanka.
Even though we were working very hard on our project, we managed to have some fun along the way. As you can see, memes and funny gifs were shared to keep a light-hearted conversation and have a good time even while we were working. Over to Nida.
Thank you, Priyanka. I'll be talking about our creation process. Number 1, setting objectives. Group 3 as a team set certain objectives before getting started with the book project to translate our vision into clear-cut measurable targets. Here are some aims that guided the team on the way to build the project as per the CBSE instructions. Our base motive was to compile notes that are easy to read and understand, particularly during exam stress, so that they would be helpful for last-minute revision. We also wanted to gather and arrange our content to make sure that readers could grasp maximum information just at a glance. Additionally, we wanted to ensure that the book is grammatically correct and the chapters within the book are clearly segregated and easy to navigate, all of which sets us apart from content derived from unreliable and misleading third-party sites. Moreover, we plan to add hyperlinks for easy access to previous year's exam papers and marking schemes. Furthermore, the team aimed to learn new and improve existing skills: teamwork, collaboration, coordination, management, decision-making, and communication would be a few to illustrate. Besides these, all the team members discovered and utilized new tools, which I believe Shreya has already mentioned earlier. At the end of the day, the main goal of creating a reference book from scratch was to benefit both the creators and the readers and impact all the knowledge necessary to ace the board examinations. Over to anyone.
Thank you, Nida. The distribution of our work was very straightforward and transparent. The Excel spreadsheet was used to record and chart the work done by our group. No one was forced to pick any topic. All of us were very well coordinated with each other, and hence there were no misunderstandings or any dispute between the members of the group. Everyone worked rather harmoniously. As you can see, we color-coded the chapters and the person who was responsible for that chapter, which avoided a lot of confusion. Now over to Alana.
Thank you, Priyanka. The editing of our project was done in 3 major phases. The first was self-editing, in which the content writers themselves checked their own work for major errors or omissions in terms of content. This content was later transferred over to the main editor, who checked the whole of the content and smoothed out all minor errors, including those in punctuation, grammar, and everything else, and also gave directives to the content writers to improve as was necessary. The third and the most important step was format editing, in which the main editor visualized the whole of the content formatting, including spacing, fonts, and colors, which later appealed to all the readers, and collaborated with all of the team members to produce the end result you see before you today. Over to Priyanka once more.
Being students who are continuously at a learning pace, it becomes much better when we can correlate and integrate different subjects together. We have used marketing and management techniques that we have learned in business studies. The marketing of a guidebook and managing the group became much easier when we could apply our business studies knowledge. After marketing our product, accountancy proved quite useful to record the purchases and sales of our product. It can be used to see whether we incurred profit or loss.
Accountancy and math go hand in hand as we need to use basic principles of both these subjects to calculate various aspects about a product. Through information technology has been one of the most important tools for us because without that, our presentation, our Excel sheets, our project on which everyone has worked together would have been impossible. Through economics, we have learned to keep a reasonable price which will allow more buyers, resulting in more demand. Integration with art is also very important, which will be explained by Nida. Over to you, Nida.
Thank you, Priyanka. I'll be talking about integration with art. Getting people to read and understand what one is trying to communicate is not as simple as one might think. More than any other design element, fonts convey both message and feeling to the viewer almost instantaneously. So it's really important to pick the right type of font. The fonts used establish an information hierarchy, which will help the audience to easily determine the information that they should pay more attention to. Apart from that, this poster has been created using Canva and heavily relies on design vectors and a variety of captivating colors. Here is an example of a poster delivering the message of developing the habit of reading, research, critical thinking, and life skills with the view of adopting and implementing outcome-based teaching learning process prepared by the NCERT. Over to Aishwarya.
Thank you, Nida. So as you can see, this project involves the use of topics we learned in other subjects and teaches us skills that we will use in future projects. To conclude, I remind you of the 3 problems we stated in the beginning of the project. We have solved them all through a project that is extensive, well edited, and easily usable. I thank you all for listening to our presentation. I would like to thank Soma ma'am for being here to listen to us today, and a very warm thank you to Jaya ma'am for encouraging us to always keep learning and always giving us inspiration to improve. Shaurya will now scroll through our project to allow you to get a better look at it.
Good afternoon to everyone once again. Over here, you see Group 3's book project in a PDF form. You can see in the front on the front page that we have designed it so as to appeal to the reader's eyes. It's attractive in its own in every way. We have included an index which encompasses hyperlinking. For example, today I want to learn how to make an advertisement. I just click on the title and voila, I reach there all by its own. Now, if I want to study any other topic, I go straight up to the top. Now, for example, I want to study a poetry chapter, My Mother at 66. I click on the name of the poem and I reach there. This facility is called hyperlinking and was very and will be very useful for the reader if he or she wants to prepare in a very less time. In the writing section, we have included note making and samples for each topic that we have covered. And for the literature sections, we have included note making for faster and quick understanding. At the end, I would like to thank all my teammates and Jaya ma'am for encouraging us into doing this project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause. A very good job done. Soma ma'am, over to you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I saw presentation of 2 groups, both wonderfully done. There were strength, the areas of strength in both we can see, some on marketing area, skill area, the emphasis was more. Those areas were very well defined in their project. But if I weigh both together as a whole, I feel both projects are very strong, a very innovative way of, presenting and learning your course, your content of a subject through research work. And I think students here would have enjoyed, doing it, isn't it? And when you do research, you learn more. more than what actually is prescribed in the content or in the syllabus of the subject, because you are doing research to understand it better so that you can make the project more than what is expected from you. So both the projects are wonderful. In fact, recently CBSE has sent us a circular in which they have said that even class 11, 12 is included. And for class 11 and 12, it came at the end just 3-4 days back, where the integration of the fine arts have to be there. And the way immediately Jaya ma'am took over and this project, she included that part, is definitely worthy of praise. And you all, I think, last moment you have integrated this area, but it has come out very well. So thank you all for presenting such a wonderful project. It requires a lot of hard work, because I know when I'm doing the programs how difficult it is to communicate. And I heard one of the team mentioning that, in fact both the teams have done that mention, that collating data, connecting with people, getting the work done when you don't physically meet, it is a task. But when the team is together, there will be one odd person who I don't think willingly is trying to sabotage the whole project, but maybe for some reason is not able to cooperate or send you the contents, or his part is not completed on time. But then ultimately the team comes together because you have worked as a team, and that teamwork is visible. So I congratulate all of you. I'm so sad I couldn't see the first project. I started today a little early from
Ma'am,
school.
you can see
Otherwise,
I'm recording. You can see the first part. I will forward it to you.
yeah, you forward that to me, because usually I will come back home 3:30, but today I started early, but I couldn't reach home on time. Still, I'm happy that I could see two of the projects. So wonderfully done. And the recorded part, I will show it to Principal Ma'am too, because I am very impressed. So, but this should not stop as a project. See, there are areas when you see the others project, you feel, oh my God, I should have worked here a little more. Have you not felt that? This area could have been little more better, isn't it? So there will be always a scope for improvement. And I know my children have passed out from this school, and then when they went for higher studies in colleges, this art of presenting a project, doing research, what is taught by DPS will be always helpful. And you will come back and tell us, ma'am, we could speak. People push us to present our project in the group because we can speak. We are the one who take the initiative. And that I have heard from other students also, that in a group you will be the one. The DPS, ex-DPS students are always there to take up the lead, which makes us very proud, that somewhere our teachers, many of you, maybe first time you are presenting a project. So it's so nice to see all of you have done the work together. But I don't think the whole class, Jaya ma'am, do you think the whole
100%,
class was here?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Only Shajid is absent. Rest 26 are present. And basically, ma'am, 100%, I have given them this instruction that everybody have to speak. Maybe a very little, but you have to speak. And I was just counting everybody was speaking, so that we can see they are speaking. And ma'am, as you were telling, it is a continuous process. Whichever lesson we are teaching in the class, they are adding it. And there are certain area we are even redoing. Like earlier when the syllabus came for the first time for 2021, the reading section or the short questions were not like this. The arrangement and many
lot of
things were
change in the
different.
question
So we
pattern,
are even rearranging. They are also creating content. Like I was showing you the question paper today to someone's
Yes, I
question
saw it
paper.
today.
So they are redoing things, and we are redoing according to the syllabus curriculum, and they are adding also. So everything I am unable to check definitely, because checking all things, but we are giving instructions. We will collect
But you
again.
can, you can do one thing, ma'am, because before also there was a sample project last year which was sent to me. There will be some errors. There are some errors. So you can appoint mentors so that the mentors, and
No, ma'am,
divide the
these
work
mentors
among
are
the
only
mentors.
mostly doing the work. I want them to do.
Yes. So
Because,
that it is checked, so that
yeah,
ultimately when they are using this study material, it can be used without the fear that there are few errors.
that they are
It
doing. They
is
are
going
forming
to
a
help their
editorial board.
peermates.
There is a team of editors, those who are checking. Those are the things before we started the project. Ma'am, we have taken it as a summer holiday homework in the beginning. And then we are keeping it as a continuous process. And before the summer holiday, we are talking how to do it so that they get enough time during the summer. And like before that, we planned. And then in the summer, they literally plunge into, and now the additional work would be added, whichever would be there.
Many things in summer. Okay, coming back to the projects. So definitely you are successful in presenting such a beautiful, well worked, well crafted, and I think you will be satisfied. As I told you, satisfaction may not be up to 100%. There will be areas that you will love to improve on. And as ma'am said, that you are modifying your project. So ultimately, Jaya ma'am, I will be taking one or two projects from here, and
Sure,
maybe in the other section where you're teaching, you will be. So the best two projects, maybe we will take for sending it to CBSE as evidences. So give your best when you modify your projects, so that these projects, are projects which are kept with us, so that we can refer to these works done by you for the next coming up, batches as a reference. These can be given, and they'll watch you how they have done, how you all have done, and work for their own projects. So, make it the best project. And yes, wonderful. Thank you so much for working so hard. And I think all of you have gained something from this project. So wonderfully done. And I'm so happy to be part of, I never felt a second, bored, because for me, I'm a very fidgety person. If I don't like any kind of program, I don't know, I feel very disturbed and restless at that point of time. But I was quietly seated listening to whatever you all said. So I grade that when I was completely glued to the to the phone, and I was watching the project has to be a good project. So definitely you all have worked hard. It is visible. So now you can have a short break because your classes will start,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. This period is until
Yes.
3 o'clock. Next period from
I know,
3:15. So
I
we are
know.
on time.
But yes, they will be happy because, we have not released the afternoon program yet from 1st October, but we have reduced it to 1 hour in the evening. So that will be a good news for all of you, with the purpose that there is lot of time for self-study. Okay, because that is most important. You need to study and you have to prove yourself in your exams. So okay, students, thank you and bye. I will leave the meeting.
Thank you very much, everybody. And those who are supposed to meet today after 4:15, please be there. I will send you a meeting ID and password. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you,
We're ending
ma'am.
the meeting.
Thank you,
Join
ma'am.
the next class.